I want to talk to you guys. I'm going straight into the videos. I'm changing the way I do videos. I'm going to talk about Lil JJ. Do y'all remember Lil JJ, the comedian? He started in 2003, I think. Lil JJ, his name is James Lewis, I believe. Yeah, his real name is James Lewis. Who all remember Lil J? He was so cute. He was so funny. He got his start. It was a comedy show going on, and he was the only kid. And the crowd loved him. He had a standing ovation for like 5 minutes. So when he started, Lil JJ was only 13. And the reason I'm bringing up Lil JJ, I'm gonna start bringing up actors and comedians that people forgot about, and tell you a little bit about their story, because we just still stuck in right now what's going on. But people came before these people that paved the way, and now we don't see these people anymore. Let me tell y'all something. This little boy was blessed to get in the industry. They put him out of school because he was so funny back in the day. They put him out of school, and he ended up on Nickelodeon. And not only that, he had his own show called Just Jordan. He was on All That. He played Romeo. He was on the Ricky Smiley. He was on Wild 'N Out. He even was a guest star on Everybody Hates Chris. So his parents went into debt to make sure he made it in Hollywood. They was maxing out credit cards, borrowing money to get him into Hollywood. Now, the reason this story is important, y'all, is because I'm sitting here looking at what they're trying to give Diddy. Diddy gets sentenced Friday. The prosecutors want to give Diddy 11 years for the Mann Act. Everybody on here know what the Mann Act is, right? The Mann Act was set up to protect white women, not us, to protect them. I'm drinking my cold Starbucks. So they made it a law due to the fact of what Diddy did. Years ago, a boxer, I forgot his name, he was a boxer from years ago. White women was clinging to black men. And they do it right now. My brother James keep them in the basement. I mean, they just love our black men. And they white men don't like that. So they try to do everything they can to keep Becky away from James. It ain't happening. So what they did is put a law in place to lock James up if he messed with Becky. And they put a law in place if Becky get mad. His name is Jack Johnson. Thank you so much. Jack Johnson. That's the boxer that this law came behind. Because white women loved him. Just like Chuck Berry, white women loved him. What was that? What's the guy name that he was Muhammad Ali's best friend and Jamie Foxx played him? White women loved him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they love our black men. So the white man don't like that. What's his name? Dundee. Boy, when Jamie Foxx played that man, his hair was going, man. And he said, Jamie, that was the best ever. Thanks for the prayers. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But the Mann Act came to protect Becky from James. It didn't come to protect Shaquanda from Peter. You know, Peter can do whatever they want to us. You know, John Boy can do whatever he wants to the black woman. That's why so many of us missing right now and nobody care about us. Y'all see where I'm going? So they made this law so they can use it as a weapon. Now, Diddy beat racketeering, which he could have got life for. He beat it. You know why he beat it? Because they didn't have nothing. You don't beat the feds when they have something. I mean, come on, let's be real. You don't beat the feds if they have something. They're going to win. That's why it's 98% conviction rate. They was making up shit on Diddy. They was hoping. They went by hearsay when they went into his homes. And you know why this had to stick? Because if Diddy would have got off all charges, he would have owned New York. They would have to get him the key back and even give him key to New York grandmama house. You know what I'm saying? They would have had to give him the keys back. So they were like, we got to make some stick. Oh my God, he about to stroke us for a lawsuit. Well, now, all they have is the Mann Act. Oh, let me explain what the Mann Act to the people that don't know. A lot of you do, but a lot of you don't. The Mann Act is if you transport a person across state lines for actual, with the S, favors. You do the grown up. I'm going to call it the grown up. And they get paid. You can go to prison. Even though they're old enough to go across state lines and get paid. So I'm like, so you telling me strippers can't be strippers no more? On stars, the grown-up stars that do grown-up stuff on film, they can't do that no more because that mean they got to travel to go to work. Some of them got to leave their state to go do films, right? Bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, people get paid to go out of town, and sometimes grown-up people do grown-up stuff at parties. So just say if you go out of town and you go to an event and you like this person and you sleep with this person, and that person wake up and don't like you. And just say, well, thank you for your services. I'm married. I really just was having fun. And you get mad. You can call 911 and say that person trafficked you across state lines for an event. And he slept with you. And he can go to prison. You see how foul that law is? So they try to use this law against Diddy to give him 11 years because him and his freaky girlfriends, I don't care what y'all say. Because there's still people saying this man should get life because him and his freaky girlfriends was doing freaky shit. Now, I don't uphold him beating on nobody. See, that's when y'all go wrong. And that's something else they doing. They breaking the law. Y'all, I'm going to go back to JJ in a minute, but this is what I'm talking about, JJ, because I got something to tell y'all. They're breaking the law and throwing the hotel scene in his sentencing when he was kicking her down the hall with the Bobby socks. He wasn't charged with that. How the hell they got that in the sentencing? Do you see how they break the law to get us? That shouldn't be nowhere coming up on nothing because it wasn't no charges. That's like if you go to court for a parking ticket and the judge said, you got 10 parking tickets, you know I can give you 60 days. He said, but matter of fact, I'm going to give you more time because I just seen what you did last summer. I saw what you did last summer. What I do? You know what you did. I'm going to give you 2 years for what you did last summer. I'm here for a parking ticket. You see what I'm talking about? So they bringing up some shit that he didn't even get charged with to make his sentencing harder. And the law is allowing this to happen. Prosecutors is supposed to prosecute criminals. They're not supposed to become one. You're no different than a criminal if you're breaking the law. I don't care how you breaking it. If you're breaking the law, you a criminal as well. Do y'all agree? But anyway, back to JJ. I digress. JJ was only famous from 13 to 17. Then he vanished. And I started wondering what happened to him because I did see him on Wildin' Out here or there, whatever. Well, he just came out recently and did a Facebook post. And he said, yeah, they canceled my show, Just Jordan. He said, and I really don't care because I wasn't giving up no ASS. So I said, wait a minute. They propositioned this kid? Yeah. They propositioned him to stay famous. And then when they canceled him, they tried to say he wasn't funny no more. Now, he was funny from 13 to 17. You gave him all these shows. Just Jordan, all that. Nettis, something, Romeo, Everybody Hates Chris, Ricky Smiley, Wildin' Out, 106 and Park. Y'all gave him all this stuff and y'all said he was funny then. Y'all liked him. But as soon as y'all groomed him, see, that's how they groom you. They give you all this money, all this fame, and then they come and collect. And when they came to collect, he said, hell no. Hell no. And they canceled his show. And they used, well, we didn't have the ratings that we normally have. We're going to have to let you go, JJ. So they let him go. But that ain't the half of it. I just talked about Diddy, right? Doing freaky stuff with grown women. With girls that go with him. His girlfriends. This one strangers. Cassie was with this man 14 years. Daphne Joy was getting paid $10,000 a month from Diddy. How the hell is she a victim? Victims don't get paid. I don't understand. Victims don't get paid to be a victim. If you're a victim and somebody making you do something, they're not going to pay you to do it. They might make money off of you. Diddy was giving money. I mean, I've never seen a pimp who giving women money. Okay. Have you ever heard of a man named Brian Peck? See, this is what I need brown folks to start doing. Before y'all open y'all big ass mouths, because it makes me mad. And it's only for the ones that it applied to. And you want to push judgment, and you don't even want to do your research and see why people say this and why they so hard on that. They so hard on our black men. They so hard. We get, now I ain't gonna say black men, black people. We get more time than anybody else. That's why it's called justice. Just us. Just them. We don't get the justice that everybody else get. It's very rare. We may get blessed. You know what I'm saying? We may get blessed. Well, Brian Peck, he was a former Nickelodeon coach. Y'all heard me say former. A white man. A coach means he was coaching children. He was teaching them how to act, how to walk, how to behave. He was like their mentor, their big brother, cousin, uncle when their mom and daddy wasn't around, when their mom and daddy should have been around. And I'm going to talk about the parents in a minute. Well, anyway, an actor named Derek Bell was 14 years old. White little boy. And several others. Brian Peck did some stuff to these kids, allegedly, that he wasn't supposed to do. Oral and all kind of stuff. He was touching them. When he got caught up, he pleaded no contest. That means I'm not saying I did it. I'm not saying I'm guilty, but I'll take the time. I'll take the plea deal. I'm not saying I did it though, but I'll take your plea deal. I guess that's what I did, I guess, with my case. I said, I didn't do it, but I'm going to take the deal because I'm afraid that I might get a felony because I really was a self-defense thing. You know, mine was self-defense. This, oh, you couldn't pay me to take a deal on something like this. We gonna have to go to the highest court, to the highest mountain. There's no way I'm taking a deal on something like this. And several children said Brian Peck did something to them on Nickelodeon. Them Nickelodeon kids messed up. Raven, Orlando Brown, all of them messed up. And not even just black kids, white kids. They messed these kids' minds up. Guess how much time he got? That's why I brought up Diddy. Now, they want to give Diddy 11 years. Y'all listen careful. They want to give Diddy 11 years for taking his girlfriends across state lines and sending for freaky people off Craigslist. Now, the people that's on Craigslist, they the ones was doing the illegal act. But they end up being a witness. How is that possible? If I'm on Craigslist and I live in the United States and I don't know if I can say this word. I can't. Selling your body for money. You know what that's called. A garden tool. But legally it's called, it starts with a P. Prostitution. Prostitution. We're going to say that. If I'm on Craigslist and I'm titled as a prostitute, and somebody calling me and offering me money for my services, I'm the criminal because I'm breaking the law. I'm registered as a prostitute and I know it's against the law, right? So the person calls them, we need you to come. And the person called was Cassie. Diddy never made a phone call. Diddy never transferred money. Cassie did all things and then said he made her do it. Right? Y'all following me? But Diddy is facing 11 years. Nobody else involved in this transaction. Neither one. Not Cassie, not the men. None of them involved. Only Diddy, the one that was watching the freaky baby or booty man who was putting semen on his nipples. He the only one facing 11 years. And he didn't do number watch. Yeah, okay, he got the money. No, he sued the liquor company. Oh, no, he was trying to bring unity in his community. Is that it? Because he was a bystander. I don't care what y'all say he did. He was a bystander. It ain't what you know, it's what you can prove. Prove that he gave Cassie that money. Prove he made Cassie call. He can't. Even the workers said he didn't say nothing. He was over there with a veil over his head, butt naked. He was acting like a weirdo in the corner. Even they said it. They never touched this man. They even said she wasn't forced. Because if they said she was forced, now guess what? They gonna face charges as being a rapist with an R. So they said she was never forced. And they also said several times she called them without the freaky man that's being charged. They was like, man, you know how many times she called us and he wasn't around? You know how many times she called us and we did threesomes? She called 2 of them sometimes. But yet she's the victim. Check this out. 11 years for being freaky with your girlfriend. Brian Peck, guess how much time he got? He already been sentenced and been out. 16 months. Brian got 16 months. And he probably got out in 12. That's the difference. He forced children from 13 to 13 to 17, allegedly. And I ain't gonna say allegedly, he pled guilty to it. He forced kids to do oral and other stuff. And he only got less than 2 years. And the prosecutor gave him that deal. Do you see what I'm talking about? But y'all give Diddy life. No, they take care of theirs. Is it right? Nope. But this is the law in the land that we live in. We got more predators running around here and abusers free than we do drug dealers, than we do freaky people like Diddy, pow-pows, robbers. We got more predators out here that's in your neighborhood. Google predators in your neighborhood when you get off here and watch how many beings you see. It's like a little tack. It'll show you where everybody live. All of the map gonna be full of red. They allow them to come out here and walk around us. And you wonder why people like Little Celeste, that's the singer David, just allegedly cut her body up. You wonder why these people coming up missing, because we got sick in the mind people walking among us. But you better not get no gangbang out here. You better not get no Kia boy. Them YNs dangerous. Get him life. Let a predator come on. He didn't do nothing. He only doing what everybody else doing. He only do what everybody ancestors did what. I mean, that's how they make money. This is why listen, y'all, this is why that charge, what Brian Peck did, is no big deal, because this is a big money industry. Selling people. Yeah, selling people. If you look at Epstein and Hugh and I can't even say it because I might get in trouble. The situation that had just happened with old boy, his wife was 17, involved in some stuff. with your uncle. You know, if you look at all this, Oprah, all these people got their hands in something like this. That's why Oprah had that school in Africa. When you see people clinging to kids, you need to question that. Because a lot of people can't deal with kids. You got to be a special kind of person to deal with kids. I had a daycare for 10 years. You got to be very special. I am 56 now. I don't have the patience to deal with kids no more. Now, if I wish, I'm going to give you a prime example. If I got back into daycare industry, I'm doing it just for the money. Back then, I did it for the love of the kids. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So my patience won't be as they used to be back then. So I might be like, sit down somewhere. You know, I might be hollering at them and stuff because I'm just there for the money. So a lot of these people get involved in this stuff with kids, Nickelodeon and open a school in Africa for money. Do you really think Oprah woke up one day and said, you know what? I wonder what them kids in Africa doing. You know what? They need a school. I'm going to go over to Africa and start a school, even though I'm downtown Chicago. And all these kids, most of them is in poverty. They don't even have nothing. I'm going to go to a whole nother country and bless some poor black kids when I got kids all around me that's poor and black. But I'm going to go over there and do it. You know why she went over there to do it? Because those little kids in Chicago, they ain't having that. Them kids crazy. You see they trying to fight the government. But come on, Rambo. They want to fight G.I. Joe and Rambo, the military. So the plan that they want to do with the kids, they can't do with the average kids on the streets of Chicago. Why do you think they trying to control these kids? Why they got the military over there to get the YNs under control? Because the YNs ain't buying it. These ain't average people. These kids are a little touched. Do you hear me? We brown and we don't mess with these kids. So I know y'all better go over there correct because the great. I'm telling you what I know. And Mike Epps said something so funny, y'all, in one of his stand-ups. He said, think about it. Your boy Michael Jackson. Did Michael ever have black kids at his house? I know we love Michael, but did Michael ever have black kids at his house? He had Emmanuel Lewis and probably another short black boy. I mean, he didn't have no black kids over there. Let me tell you what Mike Epps said. It had me dying laughing. He said, you know why Michael didn't have black kids? Because them black kids, they gonna leave with something. They would have had Bubbles and the elephant and the boa constrictor snake in the neighborhood, and the old nosy lady would have had her robe on and seen a big giraffe go past her window. She was like, what is you doing? What is that? I got it from Michael Jackson and them house. He would have stole the damn giraffe. So Michael like, they can't come over here. The little black kids ain't gonna act right. You can't touch me, Mr. Jackson. My mama said I don't take baths with grown men, Mr. Jackson. What do you mean you want to play hide and go seek, Mr. Jackson? That's nasty. I'm calling my mama right now. Black kids ain't having that. So he couldn't bring them over there. Shit. He walked around with little Emmanuel Lewis on his hip. Boy, put that grown man down. Emmanuel Lewis 25. Put his ass down. Shit, I know he look like he got on Pampers. He can walk. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't get Michael on the Mann Act. I'm for real. He was walking around with all the white women. He even had Elvis' daughter. Michael was pimping. When I see him with Brooke Shields, because y'all know Blue Lagoon, when she did that, that's another thing. Do y'all know Brooke Shields did Blue Lagoon when she was like 14? If that, was she 12? She did some grown-up scenes in that movie. They showed her breasts and everything. She was a kid. So when I seen him with Brooke Shields, I said, oh, Mike is a freak. They talking about Mike don't like, what? And then to top it off, when I knew he was a freak, when I seen him with Madonna, I said, oh yeah, Mike, he's official. Yeah, he's solidified now. And then he went and got Elvis' daughter. I said, oh, man. They don't understand what Mike over there doing. And then Mike said, no, I want to go deeper. He went and got old white women. You know what I'm saying? He said, I don't get them old ones too. I want to show them I'm not playing. I do not discriminate. But I'm surprised they didn't get Mike on the Mann Act. I just wanted to let y'all know. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, y'all. His name is, he's also a producer of Nickelodeon. His name was Dan, and I hate to mess up his name, Sneisner. He was a producer. He also was accused of doing toxic stuff to children. Another white man. I thought they said all we do was criminal activity. Now, you know when this happened, this was in California, right? This is in California. He said no contest to touching kids and got less than 2 years. But if you go to talk to some of them brothers that's in jail right now, they in jail in the same state under the 3 strikes law, and their life is done. They're gone for gang banging, pound, probably some robbing, probably beating up somebody. Their life is over. 3 strikes. They ain't touched no children. This man touched kids and got less than 2 years. You know who else was touching on folks? I don't think he got a lot of times. Do y'all remember the man that did the Subway commercials? Yeah, the one who's fat as hell, now he's skinny. He was touching kids. Pee Wee Herman got in trouble for doing freaky stuff. And we up there dancing. Oh, Pee Wee sitting there, a little freaky man looking like a kid with a bow on. Like, yeah, I'm about to get your kids. We stupid, man. Jared from Subway. They don't talk about that stuff, man. They don't talk about Diddy. And then y'all jump on the bandwagon with him. You right. Doc R. Kelly up. Give him life. And they people getting out in 16 months. I would love to talk to that prosecutor and say, so kids' lives don't matter? You know I'm about to make that a brand. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna add on the end of mine because it's already a name like that. But I'm gonna add something on the end of mine. I'm gonna sell them. Kids' lives don't matter. We went around here talking about Black Lives Matter. White lives matter. Chinese lives matter. What about the kids? Did y'all forget about the kids? Kids can't even go to school in peace. Children cannot even look on TV and see a decent person running this country so they can have memories and legacies. You know what I'm saying? They hear about their friends every day getting pow and stuff because they done made pows legal on the streets. Kids are afraid to go to the skating rink because they think some massive person go come in there and do this. What about the children? Because it's awfully funny when it comes to them, people constantly getting off. Look at Epstein. Those were young kids. And they don't want to give up a list with kids. That shouldn't even be an argument, people. What kind of country we live in? Once they heard minors was involved, that's mandatory. Give us your books. Give us your books for everybody we think was around you going to jail. How are we arguing with somebody about children? This, you know what? It's some perverted, nasty, disgusting, demonic people walking this earth. And it's some nasty, disgusting, demonic folks taking up for these people. If you standing 10 toes down with an alleged, not you know what with me? They ain't even really got to prove it. Alleged victim. Predator. Because I will ask my friend this. How did your name get in that? What, they just picked you out the blue and just said, this person was involved? How did you even get involved in trafficking children? How? That's not adding up. You had to be somewhere with somebody for them to put your name in something. The police not just gonna pick me up and say I'm a drug dealer. If I ain't around a drug dealer, I ain't selling no drugs. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna put me on like, yeah, we know you. You a known drug dealer. No, I ain't. Shit, I don't know how to shed. I'm not selling no marijuana. What you talking about? Look at my bills. It approved. I don't sell shit. I don't even know how to get on the strip pole at the Senior Citizen Club and make no money. You talking about I'm selling something. You got me messed up, brother. And then if I was accused, oh, I will be hollering from the mountaintops. Do you hear me? I will be on every channel, especially if I had the power of the people that's being accused. I will be on every channel all day saying, listen here, y'all. This ain't who I am. What books do you need? Well, get the books for them. My name ain't in it. I want to know who did it. If I had that power and I'm running a country, I want to know who did it. So I can lock them up. Because I love the children. Even though these people grown now. But R. Kelly people they grown now too. Where's R. Kelly? He locked up. They can do sign language. Do y'all understand the words coming out of my mouth? And now our First Amendment rights are being taken. So that's why I bring up Lil JJ. If y'all wonder what happened to Lil JJ, I'm going to start researching a lot of these young folks that used to be in the industry and ain't in the industry no more, because you would be surprised. You would be surprised why they're not there no more. And everybody like this, shh. You would be surprised why grown folks ain't in the industry no more. Where is Blair Underwood? Have you ever thought about Blair Underwood? Fine Blair Underwood. Good acting Blair Underwood. He just, I want to know his story, so I'm going to research him. I know he just married his best friend, like producer or manager or something, but Blair just disappeared. Why? It makes you wonder why. And why are certain people getting all the roles? We start thinking, oh, they the bomb. I'm like, it's too many good actors, Denzel, for you to get all the parts. Will Smith. It's too many good actors. Well, where's Wesley? Last time I seen Wesley, he was on Facebook looking like somebody auntie who just recovered off a substance. They got Wesley with a dress on. I think Wesley doing anything he can to get back in the industry, because something he didn't do outside of his taxes. That's another way they get him too. This another way they get y'all. They start looking at your books. Red Fox, Ron Isley. They start looking at their books to tear them down when you don't do what they want you to do. And they'll get you for tax evasion. Then they start taking all your stuff. Red Fox, he said they came in his house in the morning, knocked on the door, had the marshals, and they took everything. He had an empty house. And then they took that. They will strip you down to nothing if you don't go along with their agenda. So when you see people way up here and all of a sudden they way down here, it makes you say, how is that possible? Especially when they was mega stars like Wesley Snipes was on his way. But see, Wesley probably said this because, you know, Wesley is a martial artist. He like one of the United States top kung fu dudes. He'll whoop your ass and take you pop. So they ain't gonna mess with him too much. But I think Wesley got to the point where he said, I'm not gonna keep making movies as a villain or putting on a dress. He did both. He put on a dress and he was running around in cars and traveling with some other dudes in dresses. And then he played the legendary Nino Brown. Yeah, Wesley is Bruce Lee, a black Bruce Lee. Wesley, I don't know if y'all know that. He is the black Bruce Lee. He is not for no game. When he played Blade, he really is Blade. He wasn't acting. The moves, he really know that shit. But he played the legendary Nino. And what did Nino do? He glorified selling drugs to his own people. Turned out the Carter, the projects, nothing but black bone. And then they made sure he was deleted at the end. And that movie to this day still is a legendary movie to a lot of black people. Let me tell you why. Because they glorify wrong because it's embedded in them. This is how you make it. This is your way out. Selling drugs or a rap song. This is how you make it out. And that's what they put in front of people that want to make it out. That's like going to the jungle. Just like going to the jungle and just say it's ain't nothing but lions left in the jungle. Just a myth. It's nothing to eat. And here come the animal catchers. And they got these big steaks and they showing it to the lion. And the lion would do anything to eat it. I want that steak. I want to go to a regular jungle where there's other animals I can eat. Well, we're going to take you. How hungry are you? They will make sure you're starving. So when you hungry, you might do anything. So what do? They proposition the YNs. They go to the inner city and they get the little boys that's on the street corner and they got a dream to rap. They got a dream to box. They got a dream to act. And they say, you know what, I heard about you. And I think they did this to DC Young Fly. I don't think DC Young Fly been propositioned yet, or he probably turned it down. But they seen him on the internet. They seen how thirsty he was to be famous. So they sent little Kevin Hart after him. Kevin Hart pretty much found DC Young Fly. And where was Kevin Hart at? At Diddy house. So they give you all this stuff. But they're doing this at the same time. They throwing it and they reeling you in. And you know, did y'all watch the movie NWA? Do you remember when Ice Cube, my phone is about to go, y'all. Do y'all remember Ice Cube? He kept saying, Jerry, where the money at? Where my money? I work hard, Jerry. And Eazy-E was the only one pretty much eating. He at the table eating steaks and stuff with Jerry. All the other rappers, Dr. Dre and them, they eating burger, fat burger. Ice Cube was peeping it like, how the hell I write all these songs and I'm on tour on the stage. How Easy eating steak and we eating fat burger? So what did Jerry do? He sold him a contract. He said, you want to eat steak? You want this life? Go ahead and sign. Ice Cube said, I'm not signing that, Jerry. We don't know what that contract said. Ice Cube know what that contract said. And Ice Cube said, I want to be famous, but not like that. You ain't trying to pay me my worth, and you want me to do what? So Ice Cube left and did his own thing. And that's when he came back on their ass with no Vaseline. He got him. He got him. Ice Cube is a genius. If you look at Ice Cube right now, he is about the only one that's not involved in none of that mess. Ice Cube and Master P. They both said this. I'm not worried about what come out in the industry. I don't care what list come out. I don't care what rumor, what artists get picked up. I'm not worried about it because I wasn't there. So they don't care about what's going on in Hollywood. And why do you think Ice Cube can't do the things he wanted to do? Because he wanted to buy the same platform that Bill Cosby wanted to buy. And they shut him down. They shut Ice Cube up. They threatened Ice Cube, so he got quiet. Ice Cube started thinking, it ain't even worth my family going through this, man. I'm not F Hollywood. They give you enough to own you. Remember the New Edition story? When they started. They mothers, all 5 mamas, got a check for $1.50. And they looking like, where the money at? His name was Jerry too. Jerry, where the money at? I wonder if that's the same Jerry. Jerry, where's the money? Well, the hotels, the food, the clothes. Somebody getting paid for the performance though. How the hell you charging them for the hotel, the clothes, the music, all this, and they the ones that's making the money? Shouldn't the company be paying for that? Because they the artists, they the ones bringing in the people. No, they had to pay for all that. And guess how they kept New Edition in the business? And they've been in the business, what, 40-some years? Because they kept wanting to eat. Well, if you guys want to eat, I know it's $1.50, but that means you got to work harder next year. Maybe you get $2. And they kept showing up until Busby, whatever his name, end up saying, 42 years, okay, end up saying, it's time to get them out the projects. And they finally start making money. Ain't this crazy? I didn't know that. I'm one of the biggest New Edition fans ever. They start making money. I think Can You Stand the Rain album. That's when they started making money. All that time, we thinking New Edition, big time. They was living in the projects in Boston. I could have been Ralph's girlfriend a long time ago. I had more money than Ralph. I could have knocked Ralph off. I'm like, listen, Ralph, I'll buy you some Jordans. My daddy would buy them for you. I didn't know he was broke. That's crazy. And I have in these stories, I can't tell stories no more because I can't mess up my channel. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with my channel, y'all. And I thank you all. I see you all, Mary, Gary, TK, Walt, is that Walter, Walkers? Give y'all some shout outs here. Miss Ruby, Miss Janice, Fred, James. Some of the names I don't even see, but I know you always there. And I know that y'all always support me. And thank you so much. Oh, who did that? I love the little coffee cups and stuff y'all be doing. How do y'all do that? It's so cute. Y'all makes my day. Katie, Kate, 50. What does that say? I ain't got my glasses near me, y'all. Forgive me. Hey, D. I love you all. If I forget your name, Lisa, please forgive me. I had so many prayers and loves. And you know what? Only one person, no, 2 people gave me love gifts. And that's enough. That's enough. I'd rather have your prayer. Okay? I'd rather for you to pray. I'd rather have favor than money. Because money, it be gone. Favor will last forever if God just keep on showing me favor and mercy of God. Man, come on, keep praying for me. Keep praying for me. I don't know what's going to happen to my channel yet. I'm on day 2. Tomorrow will be day 3. If I'm not here no more, I told y'all to email me, usw616@gmail.com. I am going to start a new channel. And I cannot upload my 2,000 videos to my new channel. So I downloaded them into my system where I can keep them. Because, I mean, 2,000 videos, y'all, I got to keep them. I can put them on other platforms. So y'all see my videos on other platforms. How long TikTok will be around, we don't know. And I don't know if y'all knew this, but y'all, 47 in the White House, he sued YouTube for $24 million, allegedly. But that's what the news said. And won. So when y'all see some of y'all favorite bloggers and stuff not making money, the numbers ain't going, Google and YouTube going through some stuff, y'all. And then they I told y'all Africa and I think China, they starting their own search engine. So they pulling a lot of money from the United States. So people on YouTube is struggling. So it's up to you guys to keep being a voice for us. Right YouTube, right Google, I don't know who just constantly show up. Like the video, share, hit the hype button. I know a lot of y'all don't like some bloggers, y'all don't want to see them, but y'all don't understand this. By being mean and vindictive and talking crap on YouTube, in a minute it's not going to be a YouTube. If y'all enjoy this platform, show you enjoy it. Do not sit here and have that hateful heart because you'll hurt the whole platform. I was looking at some of my favorite people that I followed before I was even a blogger. They get numbers like me now. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared. Because if they get my numbers, what the heck I'm about to get? And they do editing, they show up, they very professional, and they can't get past my numbers. And these the people that was hitting 100,000 views on a video. Now they hitting 4,000 and 5,000. So you know these the people that was getting $40,000 and $50,000 a month from y'all. Y'all don't understand the kind of money YouTube pay. 40,000, 50,000 a month. So if they hitting between 4,000 and 20,000 views, they down to probably 10,000 a month, and that's a lot of money to us. But if you was getting 40 and 50, that's not a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That's hurting your pockets, because I'm for sure they lifestyle fit that income. That's why they say do not go up above your means when you start making that money. Just keep living like you've been living, because you start getting more things and then your income drop and then boom. Like for me, my livelihood depends on me blogging, and I'm about to change it. I got some other stuff going on. Don't worry about me. But I was like that for a while, and I'm mad at myself because my bills and stuff depends on this. So if this leave, I'm messed up. It was just a wake-up call. And I'm saying this to every last one of you. Don't depend on no job. Don't depend on no husband. Don't depend on no wife. You better have several streams of income. I don't care if you're baking pies. You better have another source, because you can go to work and your whole company gone. Don't think, my company been here 50 years, we ain't going nowhere. Okay, GM left the United States for a minute, didn't they? Or they took a lot of jobs. People didn't know they was going to get bought out. They thought this was a lifetime career. So don't depend on the world. Always have something to do. If you sew, start sewing. If you sing, do something. Do some shows. You like comedy, go do some stand-up. I don't care if you're getting $50 a gig. $50 will buy a few packs of meat. We be thinking too big and thinking too much. And then we get caught up in this lifestyle called life and get messed up, and then we crying about what the government doing. I don't ever remember, y'all, for real, I'm gonna be honest, maybe because I was the youngest one in my family, I don't ever remember my parents crying about the government. And they lived through segregation and everything. I don't remember them ever crying about food shortage, because they had gardens. Everywhere my mother went, I ain't gonna say where she lived, everywhere my mother visited, her friends, her nieces, her nephews, her grandkids, her children, if they had a place in that backyard, my mother would go back there. You know what? I can put a garden right there. She would have a garden at everybody's house. And she would travel throughout the day and look and check on the garden and keep it. I remember my mother's garden had the big old beautiful greens and green tomatoes and cucumber. We had everything. That's why I said I don't remember my parents ever talking about food shortage. Even my father, every Saturday, he would go to the store and he would buy the same stuff, and my mother would get mad at him. But he knew how it is in this world. We had water from here all the way up to the ceiling. Sodas, we had chips, we had every canned good. The whole attic was full of food, and then we had 2 deep freezers and a freezer in the basement. We had 3 components in the basement. Upstairs was a freezer. My sister had to have a freezer. I was at home still. My sister in Chicago was the same way. So we had several family members that had so much food that we never talked about food. Now, man, it's about to be a food shortage, because we don't live like they live. They didn't worry about sickness. You know what I'm saying? They had their home remedies. And then I remember my father had several friends that hunted. They hunt. I came home from school one day so embarrassed with my friends. I'm like, come, one of my friends needs to use the bathroom. And I said, come on in. My mother probably could. Well, my mother cook every day. I'm talking, I'm looking back, and my friend started screaming. I turn around, y'all. It's a big deer on the damn table. Skit. A deer. I'm so embarrassed. They running out my house screaming, telling my Nina got a deer in her house with no fur on him. And I'm like, oh my God. I had old school parents. My daddy friends used to hunt and give him whole deers and coons. And we didn't eat this stuff. My daddy did. My mother wouldn't eat it, but she prepared it. She knew how to cook it for him. But that's how they survived. And that's why they lived a long time. They didn't go to these Chinese places and Burger King and McDonald's. They lived good, ate good. My daddy was 82. The reason he died at 82 because he broke his neck, and he still would have been here. And I say this to say, y'all, live and enjoy life. I was so upset the day before yesterday because of this, but it's just material stuff. I said, Lord, I've been down before. I've been just with the clothes on my back, and you provided for me. And you told me in your word, do not worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow has enough worry within itself. And you told me, trust in you with all my heart and not on my own understanding. So I don't understand why I'm going through what I'm going through again, but I trust you, Lord. This your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. Kids' lives matter. And we have to start paying attention to these kids. You have to watch your kids around you, watch your neighbor kids, watch your kids. You will be shocked that you may be laying with a predator. Stop leaving your kids with people. Stop trusting folks. You can't even trust your own daddy now. You know what I'm saying? It is sad. It is sad. And it ain't just started. But thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. Just blessed me with $80. Girl. Oh my God. Woo! God is so awesome. My God is an awesome God. The joy I have, the world didn't give it to me, so the world can't take it away. You know why? What brought me out of that state of mind I wanted to give up? My son David. I called David because David started off helping me a lot with my YouTube channel. He got busy and stuff. You know, he ended up falling in love with Lika. And he forgot about his mama. But anyway, I called David crying like a baby, and I never let my kids see me cry. They probably seen a tear come down, so if I'm happy. But boo-hoo and cry, my kids have never. I'm superwoman to my kids. They never, ever saw me break. Except at my mom's funeral, my dad, funerals or something. But he said, I'm on the phone, and he didn't even know I was talking about. I'm like, David, they better take my child away, baby. He said, Mama, what are you talking about? He said, Mama, send me the email. I said, it's over, David. I'm going to be back at your house. He said, oh, no. David was like, I will call the president of YouTube. Because you're not. I still got my key, David. I'm going to just come on in. Mama, you delirious. He said, listen. What is your name on YouTube? I said, Nina. He said, no. Unbreakable Strong Woman. You cannot show no weakness. You've been broken, bit, beat, chiseled. You a diamond, mama. Take that video of you crying down right now and stand on what you taught me. Trust in God and stand on his word. You strong, mama. You've been through way worse stuff than this. And I'm going to make sure you don't lose your channel because you can't come back to my house, mama. I'm not playing. He lying, though, because I paid all his bills. I just used to check his friends. Like, oh, you David little friend? He's like, Mama, he's a grown man. Oh, I never met him. He used to be like, oh, my God, my mama got to get her place. So David taught me to being strong again. And I thank my son for that. And I know he prayed for me. And he said, Mama, God, go work it out. He said, your channel is not going to be going in 3 days. I declare that in the name of the Most High. So let's see if his prayers work. Let's see if your prayers work. Let's see if my prayers work. This may be, I might do another video tonight because tomorrow is my 3rd day. And that's what they told me. I done tried everything I could to keep it. We're going to see how God work it out. Let's see if God want me on YouTube, because God's will must be done. Keep sending me good energy to my channel. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I have to start changing. I shouldn't have been on here that long, but I had to explain to y'all about my channel. My channel was going to change, y'all. It's going to be shorter, no longer than 30 minutes. I can't give shout outs till the end. I got to go right into my video like I used to. That's how I started. And just give y'all the punchline, tell y'all boom, 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 boom. Throw a little funny stuff in there, maybe a little 5-minute story, and then I'm out. Okay? And I have to strictly stick to celebrity news, because that's what my channel was about. So my algorithm, I did some research. My algorithm is off because I was mixing it with too much stuff, politics, my life stories, and it wasn't understanding what I was doing. So I got to get my channel back right with just strictly celebrity news. And then they said I could do life lessons inside my video, like I just did, told you a little bit. But all my personal life stories, so I can't do no more. I'm going to start another channel, or I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. So I'm still trying to be funny for y'all and you know, teach y'all a little something with the lesson. But otherwise, it's strictly celebrity news. So if y'all want to hear the hot topics, the red carpets, what's going on in Hollywood, New York, Atlanta, this is going to be the place. And I'm going to go way back and dig up Motown. I'm going to talk about some old stuff because these new people crazy. I want to know what Diana Ross did to get all the money she got. Don't y'all want to know? I'll talk to y'all later. Pray for me. Bye. Have a good day.